Hello. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are having a great day so far. I'm excited today because the consistency challenge kicks off tomorrow, and I wanted to come on live and I wanted to talk about consistency because I oftentimes feel like people think that consistency is the same thing as hustling, and it really is not even close to the same thing as hustling. And so I wanted to break that down for you so that you can feel more comfortable with the word consistency. I oftentimes feel like when we use the word consistency, people get really activated by that. Like, oh my God, I have to, and I'm going to relate this obviously to social media and probably some other things because that's what I do. But when we talk about consistency with showing up on social media, oftentimes people get really overwhelmed and think, I can't do that. I have to be online 24/7. I have to be constantly creating content. I have to, X, Y, and Z. I have to sacrifice my life away. I have to show up in order for me to be consistent on social media, right? And the truth is that those things, sacrificing your life away, being on social media 24/7, creating content nonstop 24/7, that's all hustling. That's all hustling. And it's not the same as consistency. And I'm telling you right now that hustling is the quickest way to burnout. Hustling and trying to work your business 24/7, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel like you're not making any progress. And you are going to feel like you are sacrificing your life away and also not making any progress. And that shitstorm turns into complete and utter burnout. And I know this because I've done it. And I've done it multiple times, even though I know that that hustling leads straight to burnout, right? I'm not saying there are not going to be times where you're going to go a little bit harder than you normally go. But when we come back to the word consistency and we think about consistency, it really is the superpower that allows you to grow your business and grow your brand online. It's actually the superpower to achieving anything that you want to achieve in your life, right? And when we say consistency, the thing that I ask my clients is, how can you be more consistent than not? And how can you look at the bigger picture when it comes to consistency? So oftentimes people will be like, okay, if I need to be consistent, I need to post every single day. And while I agree that you should be posting every single day if you're growing a brand on social media, but also that could be very overwhelming for people. So what I have my clients do is I have them take a step back and take a bird's eye view of the week or the month and say, how many times do I want to show up over the entire month? How many times do I want to show up over an entire week? Instead of looking at it day by day, thinking that you have to do the same thing every single day. For me, showing up every single day and doing the same thing every single day has helped me be consistent. But really what I look at is the bigger picture. How many times did I show up through the month? How many times did I show up during the week? And how can I continue to be consistent? Consistency are those small steps, that small action steps that you take in order to get to where you want to go. Hustling is like a lot of action really fast, doing it hard, getting it done. Consistency requires patience. It requires showing up when you have no motivation. It requires picking yourself up off the floor when you fall flat on your face and keep going. It requires you to look at the long term and really make choices and decisions based on where you want to go and where you want to be. Consistency is having harmony in your life and your business. It's not sacrificing your life away in order to get somewhere. It's trusting that the actions that you're taking over and over again are going to get you to where you want to go. And consistency leads straight to momentum. And when you can get into momentum, that's when content creation becomes effortless. It becomes easier. It's not as uncomfortable as it normally is. But in order to get to that momentum, we have to start showing up more often than not. We have to learn to adapt consistency into our world so that we can get that momentum. And sometimes that takes a little bit of getting uncomfortable. Sometimes that takes creating a new habit. hustling and creating new habit are not the same things, right? I think that we, like I said at the beginning, we get these confused. Consistency and hustling are not the same. And so when you can look at consistency different and you can commit to being consistent, it doesn't have to be so overwhelming. It gets to be whatever consistency is for you. In fact, the other day I made a post on Facebook and I asked, like, what does consistency mean to you? And every single person's definition was different. Consistency for me is like devotion. It is like laying the foundation. It is making choices that are going to get me to where I want to go. Does that mean that I do that all of the time? No. In fact, like I've been on my recent health and fitness journey since like 2020 and I have been consistent as fuck, but that doesn't mean that there were days that I took off, or there were days where, or even like weeks where I didn't track my macros or things like that, right? But I still showed up. And it's the same thing with my social media. There are times where I show up more often than not. And also for the past 12 years, I have been consistent. I consistently show up no matter what. I don't take a month off. I don't take 3 months off. I don't, I show up consistently because I know that's what's going to help me help more people. And I also know that's what's going to help my business grow and my brand grow. And showing up consistently now, I'm kind of oversaying that word, but showing up consistently now has allowed content creation to just be a part of me. It's just something that I do. It's not something that I have to think about. It's 10:15 right now, and this live will be my 7th piece of content that I've created today. It just naturally comes out of me. And I know so many people who want that to happen, but the first thing that we have to do is we have to get consistent with our content, with showing up. We have to realize that posted is better than perfect. And the more that you show up, the easier it is going to be for you to show up. The more that you show up, the more comfortable you're going to be creating content. The more that you show up, the more clarity you're going to have with your content. The more you show up, the better your content is going to be. So with that being said, tomorrow starts the beginning, or day one. Actually, I would honestly say today was day one of the consistency challenge, because I broke down the challenge to my close friends list. This is going to be a free challenge. So if you're wanting to create some massive momentum with your content in June, and you're really wanting to start to be consistent and have it be something that is like second nature to you, just like getting up and brushing your teeth is, I highly suggest getting into this free challenge. You can simply just comment below, send me a DM, however you want to get a hold of me, and I will get you on that close friends list, and you can see all of the details. And we start tomorrow. I'm going to be giving content journal prompts. We're going to be, there's going to be accountability. There's going to be mindset hacks, all different kinds of things. Like, we're going to talk about content in all aspects and really help you to make posting more effortless. So if that's something that you're interested in, send me a message. Let's get you on the close friends list group, and let's get going. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.